I feel compelled to issue a warning. Islamic material will put you to sleep. It's poorly written, disorganized, and directionless. Do not operate your life while under its influence, as serious injury or death may result. The following pages are an exposé on early Quran surahs. Much of the material is incoherent. Devoid of context and chronology, these surahs are odious and repetitive rants. Yet their muddled message is the essence of Islamic religiosity, so I feel compelled to review them with you. Maududi wants us to believe that the opposite is true. He claims that the religion of Islam, as presented in the Koran, is beautifully comprised of three fundamental doctrines.
Tawheed, the oneness of Allah.
To whom we have yet to meet.
The apostleship of Muhammad.
Whose apostleship is covered in the Sunnah, not Quran.
And the belief that the dead are raised bodily,
not spiritually.
The 112th Surah, Pure Faith, teaches Tawheed, pure and undefiled. Therefore the Prophet regarded this one Surah as equal to 1/3 of the Quran. Quran 112, verse 1. Say, He is God, the One, the self-sufficient Master, whom all creatures need. He has begotten no one, nor is he begotten. There is no one comparable to him.
Thank God for small favors. Two gods like this one would be too many. But Muhammad's suggestion that this one-sentence surah was equal to 1/3 of the Quran is too delicious for words. If only it were true. The Quran's final two surahs reinforce what we already know, and with their conclusion we will have analyzed every surah from the 67th through the 114th. Most of them in their entirety. This is the ultimate confession.
Quran 113, verse 1. Say, I seek refuge with the Lord of the dawn from the mischief of the evil he created.
Islam's dark spirit, the morning star, the prince of darkness, created the mischief of evil. By admitting it this blatantly, Satan has insulted our intelligence and declared that he inspired Muhammad.
113, verse 3. From the mischievous evil of darkness, as it becomes intensely dark, from the mischief of those who practice the evil of malignant witchcraft and blowing on knots, from the mischievous evil of the envier when he covets.
I was taught that it is better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to open one's mouth and remove all doubt. Muhammad is indicting his own behavior. He did the very things he claimed were demonic. As proof that Muhammad was guilty of
the mischievous evil of darkness,
and that he practiced
the evil of malignant witchcraft and blowing,
I present these confessions.
Bukhari. I heard the Prophet saying, if anyone sees something he dislikes, he should blow 3 times on his left side, and its evil will not harm him. When the Prophet became ill, he used to blow his breath over his body, hoping for its blessing. When the Prophet went to bed, he would cup his hands together and blow over them, reciting surahs. He would then rub his hands over whatever parts of his body he could reach, starting with his head, face, and frontal areas.
If those who
practice the evil of malignant witchcraft and blowing
are demonic, Muhammad has introduced us to his revealing spirit. This next hadith is especially incriminating, as it is entirely satanic. Its author is Aisha, Muhammad's favorite wife.
Bukhari. Magic was worked on the Prophet so that he began to believe he was doing a thing which he was not actually doing.
In other words, an evil spell caused him to hallucinate and lie. Such is the nature of men possessed by demons.
One day he said, I feel that Allah,
actually Satan,
has inspired me as to how to cure myself. 2 persons,
these would be demons,
came to me in my dream. One of them asked the other, what is the ailment of this man? He has been bewitched, and he is under a spell of magic. Who cast the magic spell? A Jew. What material did he use? A comb, the hair knotted on it, and the outer skin of the pollen of a male date palm. Where did it come from? It is in the well of Darwan. So the prophet went to the well. Upon his return he said, The date palms are like the heads of devils. I asked, Did you blow out those things with which the magic was worked? He said, No, for I have been cured by Allah, and I am afraid that this action may spread evil among the people.
Denial, hallucinations, paranoia, and deceit are all part of the demonic recipe. Muhammad didn't want the story out because it was so incriminating. He became what he condemned, and he knew it. The 114th surah is the last because it is brief. Muslims admit that the Koran is out of order, assembled longest to shortest surah, but they make no attempt to reorder it chronologically, or even to illuminate it by attaching it to the context of Muhammad's life. The reasons are clear. Out of order and devoid of context, it is confusing. In order and in context, it is devastating.
Quran 114, verse 1. Say, I seek refuge in the Lord of men and jinn.
Remember, jinn are demons.
The king of men and jinn, the ilah, or God, of men and jinn.
In all but two of my translations of
the man
surah, ilah for God was replaced by God with a lowercase g. Since Muhammad and his fellow Muslims capitalize words for no apparent reason, not capitalizing God is significant. And since the position of the political titles of Lord and King were capitalized, not elevating God could have been Muhammad's way of letting us know who begat whom. Even the devil earned a trio of capitalizations.
Quran 114, verse 4. From the evil of the sneaking devil who whispers evil and withdraws after his whisper, the slinking Satan, the same who whispers into the hearts of mankind from among the jinn and men.
Wouldn't you know it? The Quran ends as it began, with an evil spirit. Satan is sneaking around, whispering evil to jinn and men. How appropriate. Unfortunately, the end of the Quran doesn't mean the end of Islam. Muhammad was on a mission, one that hadn't gone very well. The Hanif well had run dry, and the Meccans remained unconvinced. So the wannabe prophet decided to change his Qibla, his God, and his inspiration.